Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys back in today's video with another Marvel Legends action figure review, and today we're looking at Age of Apocalypse Gambit from the Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave. A storyline from the comics that I wasn't too fond of, but that was like before I started reading it. Yeah, I have read a few issues and I'm somewhat interested, Next time they make another Age of Apocalypse figure, I might be more into it then. Gambit is sent on a mission to help correct the timeline and prevent the immortal villain Apocalypse from conquering Earth. Alright, but without further ado, let's get into the review.
Remy LeBeau, better known as Gambit, was created by writer Chris Claremont and artist Jim Lee and made his debut at X-Men Annual issue 14, which released in December of 1989. This design for Gambit is based on his variant from Earth 295, the Age of Apocalypse universe, debuting in X-Men Alpha issue number 1, which released in December of 1994.
Age of Apocalypse Gambit here shockingly doesn't reuse a whole lot of parts from other figures. I'm pretty certain the head, the arms, and the legs are all brand new tooling. It's just this center torso piece that is pretty old, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know what body piece this is. This is the Sunfire torso. Some people like it, most people hate it. Me, I tolerate it. This coat piece, oh my god, this is bugging me. I really want to say it's reused because, why doesn't it fit on his body? This had to have come from a different figure, like maybe an MCU figure, because why is there so much detail put into it? I'm drawing blanks. I can't think of anything. Wait a second. Cable? Well, what do you know? But yeah, this is reused from the Cable figure. I can't believe I remembered that despite not ever owning that figure. What a crazy pull from my memory banks. But yeah, let's go over the Sculpt and paint apps, starting with the boots. And I do love these. The leather detailing on these are just top notch. They look so incredibly realistic. It's let down a little bit by the paint apps though, because you don't get any additional paint apps for the buckle right here. The only thing you get are these gold rings going down, which I like. I'm always a sucker for gold paint apps. Love the wrinkles in it, the crease marks. Yeah, oh yeah, look at the leather. And then going up the legs, you have his knee pads right here, which have a scaling effect going down. Love the spikes sticking out from the top and the bottom, casted in the same brown as the boots. And then going up the leg, you get a little bit of muscularity poking through that costume, but not too much, and I kind of like it. You have the strap going around his leg, move it wherever you want. You can take it off if you even want to. And then up to his crotch, he got some wrinkles right there. Pretty neat. All right, cape, you're gonna have to come off for the next minute or two because holy moly, Rogue, she better know how to fight because I'm coming after her man.
Stop it.
Big old sweat stain going down his butt crack right here. The pouches.
Oh, that's hot.
Pouches. I love pouches. And they all have some gold paint apps for the buttons. Hasbro, they knew what they were doing. They knew that I was going to love this. They're like, how can we make Pearlescent Toys like an Age of Apocalypse figure? Just slap some pouches and some gold paint apps on it, I guess. Because Hasbro, they really care about me, But you get that big old buckle in the center right here. And 6 pouches, 3 on each side. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. More shading in between the muscles right here. I've always found this piece unnatural. Look at his spine sticking through right there. Yuck. Big old ugly peg hole in the middle of the back. Doesn't matter because the cape is always going to be blocking it out, but still would be nice of Hasbro to eventually cast a new version of this mold without this. We go to the abs, the chest now. Just a tiny bit of darker dry brushing here in these muscles, just the faintest amount. It isn't as thick as the back here, which is a shame because you're always going to be looking at this figure from the front. You're never going to see the back. No detail on the butterfly shoulder joints, but going down the arms, yeah, these are some new pieces, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain. Maybe? Sure, why not? You get the same brown right here going all the way down the arm. It's very eye-catching. I do love it so much. Love the little lines going across too, and how thick it gets at the bottom by the wrist. And you get down to his gloves, all sculpted really nicely. Have some wrinkles on the back. You get up to his neck. The paint here is supposed to match up with the skin tone, but yeah, not really. All right, let's put you back on. And yeah, this is the brand new Gambit head sculpt with the cape and the head on. You can barely see the neck, so it doesn't really matter that much. Would have liked some more effort put in by Hasbro's part though. You see that? I'm more openly critical. Subscribe to my channel, please. And yeah, I love the hair. It's my favorite genre of hairstyles for comic book characters. When there's something going around the head, like a headband or a mask, and the hair just poofs out from it. And yeah, here it is. It is just very flowy. Ooh, love the curls details on the back. And yeah, the face itself looks pretty good. I could have done without like his little teeth showing right here, but I don't know. It's expressive. It's cool, I guess. And the eyes, you could barely tell there's anything there. The digital face printing has a really hard time getting those finer details in. I love the stubble around his mouth too. Yeah, pretty good. Now going over accessories, he comes with 2 fisted hands, as well as an open C grip and his signature peace sign / card holding hand. And in that open C grip hand, he's able to hold his metallic bow staff. And I think this is pretty neat for this one. They added like a little tiny hint of bronze in it, so it does look a tiny bit rusted, a little old and worn down. Unfortunately, he doesn't come with anything to hold for this hand, but if you have like a card accessory laying around, then you could definitely fit it in here. Now going over articulation, the head is able to look up this much. He's also able to look down that much. A little bit of pivot and some side to side movement. His arm is able to go up this much, and he could go back a really good amount and a tiny bit forward. He has rotation at the shoulder, upper bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow that bends in this much, and your standard wrist hinge allowing his hand to move up, down, and twist all the way around. He has a mid ab crunch that allows him to bend this far back and a tiny bit forward. Waist swivel, he's able to kick up this much, go out to the side that much, and go back a tiny bit. Upper thigh swivel, a double jointed knee that allows his leg to go back this much, and his foot goes this far down, this far up, and he of course has. And now on to size comparisons. Here is Age of Apocalypse Gambit next to Marrow and X-Factor Cyclops, Husk and Fabian Cortez, Jean Grey and Cyclops, Jubilee and Storm, Nightcrawler and Rogue, Secret Wars and 97 Wolverine, Magneto and Sabretooth. And then here we have the 2 Gambits next to each other. This one coming from the Caliban wave, but he has the, I'm forgetting the issue, the 3-pack Gambit head. Actually, you know what? Oh yeah. That looks awesome. I think I'm just going to keep it on. Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Darwin and Morbius, Stanley and Squirrel Girl, and finally Baby Wolverine, Jeff the Landshark, and Spider Ham. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I think I'm going to give Age of Apocalypse Gambit here a final rating of 8 out of 10. I am not really that into the Age of Apocalypse designs. I think a lot of them just aren't really that strong compared to their regular like 616 counterparts. I don't know, something about this design, I just like it, you know? I like that post-apocalyptic wanderer look. And I think Gambit here just nailed it perfectly. I mean, the pouches don't hurt. And all the leathery bits too. I will say the reuse of that cable cape is a really huge letdown. Kind of wish they had made it fit perfectly to his body because it kind of just like looks way too flowy, I guess. Doesn't sit right on the figure. Of course, missing out on certain accessories, maybe an alternate head too, that would have made the figure even more well-rounded. I think I get a lot of my enjoyment out of it from just posing it. He's just so much fun to pose. He's so fluid, and the stuff you could do with him, oh my god, he's so much fun. I've been posing him off camera for hours already, and I've just been having a blast. Gambit, 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you thought about the figure. I'd love to see your guys' opinions, and while you're at it, like and subscribe and share with a friend. Anything you can do to support the channel will be greatly appreciated. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, his pouches. Oh. Unfortunately, he doesn't. A double jointed knee that allows his leg to go back.